Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's another English Studies class on the CETY Model College Ibadan Oyo State e-learning portal. Our topic for today under continuous writing is punctuation, revising question marks. Punctuation, revising question marks. This can be found on page 180 of your NUSEC JS2 English textbook. Continuous writing, punctuation, revising question marks. This can be found on page 180 of your NUSEC JS2 textbook. We have learned how to use the question mark. We learned that the question mark is used at the end of a sentence when asking a question. We also learned that it can be used in the following ways. 1. In question tags. When we state a sentence, we state an idea, and we add a tag to it. After the tag, we insert a question mark. For example, you didn't go. Did you? We insert the question mark after the tag. You didn't go. Did you? Question mark. Joy is a lucky girl, comma. Isn't she? After the tag, isn't she? We insert a question mark. In questions needing a yes or no answer. When we ask a question that requires a yes or no answer, we insert a question mark after the question. For example, will you be at the party? Question mark. This question requires only a yes or no answer. Will you be at the party? Yes or no. Yes, I will. No, I won't. Won't you sell that book to her? So whenever we ask a question that needs a yes or no answer, we insert a question mark. In questions needing answers rather than yes or no. In questions needing answers rather than yes or no, we insert the question mark. How long have you known him? How long have you known him? We insert a question mark. I have known him for a long time. I have known him for 10 years. So when the answer to such a question requires more than yes or no, we insert a question mark after the question. Where does she come from? Question mark. 4. We insert the question mark after rhetorical questions. Remember, the rhetorical questions are questions you ask that do not need answers. We remember this in our literature. Rhetorical questions, questions that don't require answer. Examples. I wish I had known him better, but would that have helped? Question mark. We don't need to be well educated, do we? Question mark. These are rhetorical questions. So whenever we ask rhetorical questions, we insert the question mark. When you put, now take note, remember, when you put a sentence that is a question in inverted commas, remember our inverted commas? That comma that is up, open, and closed, then you insert a statement in between them. When you ask such questions, you do not put another question mark after it. That is, after the inverted comma, you don't insert a question mark. For example, inverted open, why are you late? Question mark, then you close with inverted comma. There won't be a question mark after. You not place or insert the question mark after the inverted comma. The question mark will be inside the inverted comma. Why are you late? Question mark, inverted open and close. Kunle asked. Full stop. Kunle asked, comma, inverted comma open. Why are you late? question mark before you close with inverted comma. So take note of this difference, that whenever a question is placed inside the inverted commas, you do not insert a question mark after the inverted comma. The topic is continuous writing, punctuation, revising question marks. And we have reminded ourselves of what we use the question mark for. That generally the question mark is used at the end of a sentence when asking a question. That we also use them in the following ways in question tags. When we ask question that has tags, we insert the question mark, and I gave some examples. That in questions that do not need yes or no, that needs only yes or no answer, we insert the question marks. That when we ask questions that needs more than yes or no, or rather than yes or no, we insert the question mark after such questions. And that in rhetorical questions, when we ask rhetorical questions that do not require answers, we also insert the question marks. Then we reminded ourselves that we should take notes of the fact that whenever we place a question inside, that is, we quote a question, let me put it that way. Whenever we quote a question, that is, we insert the inverted commas, the question mark will be before the second inverted comma, not after the inverted comma. Our assignment will, as usual, be uploaded on the CTY e-learning portal. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.